Today at Sutton Community Academy, we are going to talk to you about why we still call teachers by their first names.
Here at Sutton Community Academy, it is acceptable for students to call their teachers by their first names. However, some parents disagree and think students should still call teachers sir or miss. So I decided to do a survey to see what students and teachers thought.
We took a look at our data to see how much of this was true. 75% of students say yes, students should be allowed to call teachers by their first names. 25% said no.
To further our inquiries, we interviewed our principal, Mr. Tim Croft, to see what his thoughts are.
Do you think students calling teachers by their first names is a good idea? Could you explain further?
Me personally, I don't think it's a good idea, and it's not something I ever thought that I could tolerate when I got my first headship. And just whenever I saw myself being a head teacher in a school, I never believed that I could work in a school where they called the teachers by their first names. However, when I came here, I saw something quite special. I walked in the building and I could see the potential that the school had to become outstanding.
We have found out that other schools don't think it's acceptable, but here at Sutton Community Academy, the majority of teachers and students think it's a great idea. What do you think?
According to the Huffington Post, one local primary school is introducing a first name policy in the classroom. Up until now, it has only applied to teaching assistants and office staff, but now the powers they want to extend that courtesy to teachers and even the head. Is the middle class has gone mad, says Ruth, a former teacher and mother of two at the school. Children are already treated like pseudo-adults. What happens when they realise that society is structured on authority? It becomes quite a shock when they have to interact with it effectively.
It has come to our attention that we are one of the few schools that still call teachers by their first names. Our first principal, Stuart Wilson, first had the idea to call teachers by their full names.
When you came to Sutton Academy, you chose to be called Mr. Croft instead of Tim. Why?
My own personal opinion is that all teachers should be called by the surname. I know that it was a very strong belief here that the first name terms thing worked. So who am I to come in, one individual? You've chosen this school for the reasons that you chose to come to this school, as have the other 700 kids that come here. And the parents have chosen this school for their children for the reasons that exist currently. And I think for one person to come in and change that with no justification at that particular time would be wrong, and it's almost disrespectful to all those people that have chosen this school for the reason that they chose it.
Someone said that we are equal, we are one. What's the difference between a teacher and a student? The years they have lived? Why doesn't that have to block students and teachers getting to know each other more intimately? I'm sure there is a fine line that students cannot cross, but names aren't it.